Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today for this WiCyS webinar. We're super excited to be talking about our Speaker Spotlight program, which registration is opening up right now. And we'll be talking about that programming effort, the purpose of the program. But first, I'm going to share a little bit about the WiCyS organization. My name is Lynn Dohm. I'm Women in Cybersecurity Executive Director. We often go by our acronym WiCyS, and we spell it WiCYS, pronouncing it WiCyS, like we sisters. And that's exactly what we are. We're a global cyber sisterhood. So our mission is to recruit, retain, and advance women in cybersecurity. We have over 8,100 members with representation in over 85 countries. In addition to that, we have over 60 professional affiliates, and professional affiliates are mini WiCyS organizations. They're all throughout Africa, Australia, Canada, France, India, Pakistan, the UK, Israel, Norway, and throughout the United States. We have corporate affiliates like WiCyS MITRE and WiCyS Lockheed Martin. And then we also have our specialty affiliates in AI, BISO, critical infrastructure, cloud security, data privacy and cybersecurity law, LGBTQ plus pride, colors of inclusion, Latinas in cybersecurity, deaf community. We also have military and neurodiversity and so many others. And then in addition to all of that, we also have 220 student chapters with Microsoft Philanthropies funding a global student chapter initiative. But our mission is to recruit, retain, and advance women in cybersecurity, and we have many different initiatives that support that effort. We have skill development training programs, scholarship grants and awards, not only to our conference, but to other conferences as well. We have an inclusion and allyship resources, speaking and media opportunities, which is what lends us to today's conversation. We have our Job Board Plus Plus, where all our strategic partners recruit from year-round, apprenticeship programs, internship programs, leadership series, leadership summits, mentor-mentee program, and so many others. And we owe all that thanks to our strategic partners with our Tier 1 strategic partners as Akamai, Amazon, Battelle, Bloomberg, Carnegie Mellon Software Engineering Institute, Cisco, Fortinet, Google, Lockheed Martin, Microsoft, Optum, Cydia, National Labs, SentinelOne. And so the purpose of today's discussion is to talk about our new program that just launched 2 days ago, and it's our Speaker Spotlight program. We're super thrilled that we have Cisco that is sponsoring this program, and we're going to be passing the mic on over to Pam in just a moment here to welcome everyone. But we're going to go through why it's important for you to be a part of this program and how it's important to be branded and recognized as the cybersecurity expert that you are, putting yourself out there in these speaking and media engagements for your career growth in cybersecurity. It's extremely important. It's not always easy. And we know that there's challenges. And so today's discussion is to have this open forum so you could ask questions. And at the bottom of your screen, there's that chat functionality. So please post your questions in there and we'll get to it throughout today's webinar. And if you haven't done so already, but you heard about WiCyS and you came across this webinar, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you go to WiCyS.org, you'll see it's on the top upper right-hand corner. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic on over to Pam from Cisco to welcome everyone joining today's session, and she'll take the conversation from there.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to be with my friend Lynn and Bobbie, my new friend Bobbie. The Women in Cybersecurity organization absolutely cultivates a space for women, allies, and advocates in a way that is both inspiring and necessary. And it's truly an honor to work alongside such an amazing group that's directly aligned with my own personal mission of helping women grow and overcome the fears of living up to their full potential. And the fear of public speaking is real. I consistently battle this fear on my own as a CISO advisor here at Cisco. I talk in front of large groups all the time, and I will tell you, having a community and having someone to go to talk to get through some of the trials and tribulations of speaking in public is necessary. So that's why Cisco and the CISO Advisor team is partnering with WiCyS to provide this. And we are so excited. So excited. I've been through some of the cohorts. It's definitely something that I think that the community is going to take full advantage of and love. And without further ado, I'll pass it right back over to my friend Lynn. Thanks for having us, and thanks for being a part of this, Lynn. We really appreciate the partnership here from Cisco.
Thank you so much, Pam. Well, we really appreciate Cisco's strategic partnership and all that you invest into the WiCyS organization and into the community. And for our mission to recruit, retain, and advance women in cybersecurity, this is one of those really critical pieces of the advancement, career advancement, is putting yourself out there. And this is a skill set. It's one that can be learned, and it has its challenges. And there are some barriers that we all have to overcome internally to get to that next level. But that's why the community and the structure of support of WiCyS is, and the contribution of Cisco is so important as we move forward in this venture. So with that, let's hand the mic on over to Bobbie to explain a little bit about her organization, her company, and how she's going to support this effort as we move forward.
Thank you so much. And I really cannot say how much I appreciate what you all are doing for women, and especially for professional and technical women, because this is such an important skill. And that's actually one of the things that we're going to talk about today. Is I really talk about Innovation Women as a visibility bureau. The problem out there is 2/3 of all conference speakers are men, and that leaves women out of so many amazing opportunities. So what we're going to do today is just quickly kind of walk through what role Innovation Women is playing as we partner with WiCyS, as we partner with Cisco to help get more women of cybersecurity on stage at conferences and events. As I mentioned earlier, 2/3 of all conference speakers are men. And I often talk to people about why it is so important that women stand up and take their opportunities to get on stage. We call these the 5 C's, the benefits of public speaking. Number 1, career benefits. Organizations are looking for people who are having that ability to speak in public. And so, as a career benefit, public speaking brings you to the attention of hiring managers. It also helps you get more visibility in the eyes of your current manager. So, if you are looking to grow your career, often public speaking is a checkbox on your career growth path. Number 2, customers. You are in front of an audience at industry conferences and events, and you are talking to your current customers or even potential customers. The third C is connections. When you are on stage speaking at an industry conference or an event, you are making connections. And it's not just the connections in the room. A lot of people think that they have to judge speaking opportunities by the size of the room that they're speaking to, when in reality, you're speaking to far more than that. You are speaking to all the connections for everybody in the room. You'll notice, for example, on my slides, I'm sharing my social media handle. If I say something particularly brilliant, you might share it on social media and tag people or tag me, and lots more people will see it. When you think about how conferences and events do their marketing, what's the first thing they announce? The keynotes, the speakers, the people who are providing the content. So it's not just the people in the room that you are getting connected to through public speaking. It's a huge swath of the population. Number 4, when you are on stage, you are seen as an expert. You have instant credibility. People think, oh, this person has been vetted. People on stage know more than the people in the audience. So you are earning credibility. You are seen as an expert. And yes, cold hard cash. Um, One of the things that happens when you are a good public speaker is you tend to earn more. There is actually a direct correlation between public speaking skills and salaries. So, my job, as I see it, is to get a larger group of the population of women to say yes to public speaking. Why? Well, every time you get on stage, you get visibility. You have the opportunity to tell your story and to share what you're working on at work. And there are so many amazing opportunities out there. There's so many opportunities that I call it a speaker's paradise. Did you know that there are more than 50,000 individual TEDx talks, 13,000 TEDx events? Last year, Eventbrite sold tickets to 4.6 million events. Every month, Meetup, there are something like 300,000 different events, 40 to 50% of which use speakers, to say nothing of the 92,000 professional organizations in the US alone. Pre-pandemic, this was actually a $37 billion industry. So much of what is driven through the events industry is connected to speaking and public speaking opportunities. So I talk a lot about public speaking, but from the Innovation Women perspective, there are bigger goals: pay equity, equitable thought leadership status and expert status. And yes, every time you get on stage, you get the opportunity to be an inspiration for the next generation. You are standing up there and saying, yes, women, you could be up here and you too could be seen as an expert and a thought leader. So, how does Innovation Women work? Well, first off, we partner with awesome, amazing organizations like WiCyS, like Cisco, and we help get more representation visible in any particular industry. So we start off with helping to directly connect event managers and speakers. We're not like a traditional speakers bureau that keeps people at arm's length. What we're doing is we're directly connecting these two groups. Number two, we are providing a database of opportunities on our platform. These are available to all of the members that WiCyS is bringing to the table. And any given day, there are probably 500, 600 different opportunities or different events that are in our database. We add anywhere between 50 and 100 opportunities a week. How do these opportunities come to us? We have a full-time research team. We have 5 people that do nothing but look for opportunities. Or event managers can put their own calls for speakers into our database, again, directly connecting with speakers and giving them the opportunity to apply for opportunities. And I will say that there is a third way. A lot of people will reach out to us when they see what they call manels or all male panels at conferences and events. And they'll say, "Psst, you need to help these guys out." So 3 different ways for opportunities to get into our database that all the WiCyS speakers are going to have access to. We also have what we call the green room. This is where education exists. This is where we share recordings of knowledge sessions. Every 2 weeks, we do a different topic that we cover, that we help our speakers advance their speaking careers. We also share access to recordings from our community events. We call them Speaker Friend Fridays. And every single Friday, we have live speaker discussions. I'd say anywhere between 50 and 100 people show up on a weekly basis to be a part of these community discussions. We introduce ourselves, we have breakout rooms. Speakers need other speaker friends, and they can share information, ask questions, and address the challenges they have as they put together their speaker profiles, information about their signature talks, and tons more information that's related to being a speaker. So, again, my job as I see it is to get you to take that first step to say yes to public speaking and saying yes to all that it offers you and your career. So thank you again. And Lynn, I'm going to turn things back to you.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Bobbie. I know I have my speaker profile set up in there. Pam has her speaker profile. A lot of WiCyS members have already been part of the initial piloted cohort, and now we're opening up the gateways and the doors to accept 350 women in this cohort. And Laura is on the call here today, and she is going to be able to share with everyone what that program exactly looks like and what are the next steps. So Laura, take it away. Oh, you're muted.
There we go. Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Villalobos. I'm the community manager for WiCyS, and I will also be the program manager for this speaker program. A couple things that I wanted to talk about. The things that this program will include is going to be open for 350 speakers, industry professionals. You'll get a speaker profile, so you can find that you'll find an Innovation Women platform. You also will get exclusive to the newsletter. You'll get access to 100 of calls for speakers added by Innovation Women research team and event managers. You'll get tools to help you manage and organize your speaking events and speaking engagements. You will also get access to the Innovation Women members directory for more than 2,000 speakers. And then you also have the opportunity to be guest on the Innovation Women Speaker webinar series. The speaker research and education includes access to the Green Room for educational modules, exclusive knowledge sessions, and profile views. And then you will also get a free speaking video for your profile through Innovation Women's partnership with AnswerStag. And then for the eligibility requirements, you do have to be a WiCyS member, and then you do have to be an industry professional. I do see a question here from Rebecca. She was wondering why she couldn't apply. So Rebecca, please make sure that you have a WiCyS membership that is classified as an industry professional. And if you have any issues with registering, just contact info@wicys.org and they can help you through the application process. And that's basically it. I'll take it over to Lynn.
Great, thank you. So essentially, we have another question that came in that said, how do I join the program? And that's a great question. So how you join the program is that on the announcements, there's a link right there for you to be able to log in and go into the program and just apply for the programming effort. Laura did a great job of explaining that you have to have an industry professional membership within the WiCyS organization. But if you have any questions at all, you could please email info@wicys.org. So that's info@WiCYS.org. And our support team is there to help you either through navigating through your WiCyS membership or applying for the program itself. But this is a time in our careers where all of us just level set and explore new things that might sometimes be uncomfortable, knowing that it takes diving in to get over the hump to get to the place where you're ready to go. So if you're joining today's webinar, we thank you, and we know that you're ready to be here right now and ready for your first or for more speaking engagements. And we're here as the WiCyS organization to just wrap our arms around you, to get this community started, to say that we're here to support you. We understand that it's hard, but with the partnership with Bobbie and the support structure set up by Cisco, we're able to get 350 women not only in the program, but the goal is by next year at this time to have them out there as speakers, just trailblazing their way, being branded and recognized for the powerful content that they're able to present to others and the exposure that they're able to receive from that. So I see, are there mentor opportunities or guidance for new speakers? And so Bobbie, do you want to answer that question?
Yes, absolutely. And thanks for the question, Savannah. There are mentorship opportunities and guidance for new speakers. One of them that is just a thing that I mentioned during the quick presentation is our Speaker Friend Fridays. And I really firmly believe that everybody who is interested in public speaking benefits from having a group of speaker friends. I have been so impressed with our community in terms of how welcoming they are and how helpful they are. So we have people at all different levels who attend those groups, and people are able to ask questions of the group and get their questions answered. And during the breakout sessions at the end of every week's session, people often form these mentorship relationships, and there are a lot of people available to help you. We also have a private group just for the Innovation Women Speaker members on Facebook, where people go in a lot and ask questions and share information. And there are a number of great opportunities for just learning more and getting surrounded by a group of potential mentors and helpful people.
Excellent. Thanks, Bobbie. Yes, Bobbie has definitely set this structure up for success and has lots of resources available to everyone that joins. Also, Laura is going to be the program manager here. So we will have 350 women in the program. They will get put into a cohort, likely through a Slack channel, and we'll be able to share resources through that cohort. Laura will be able to provide any additional support. And if you require one-on-one mentoring, we could certainly tap into our community to be able to provide that to you. So all of this and every other initiative and programming effort within the WiCyS organization is provided to you through your WiCyS membership. So there's no additional cost to be a part of this Speaker Spotlight program. And also, just to note that we also have a mentor-mentee program within the WiCyS org that you might be interested in as well. So I see we have another question. I'm in the UK. Can I apply? Yes, you can. Welcome to the WiCyS community, and thank you for joining us here. And is it specific to cybersecurity, or does this program also include other areas of risk management? This is specific to women in cybersecurity, part of the WiCyS organization. So this is available to WiCyS members. And if you're a WiCyS member to be a part of this community with the focus and intention on risk management, then that's perfectly wonderful and acceptable and fabulous. And so this is a gateway for you to create more opportunities, have more conversations around that topic, and to be able to go out there and share your expertise in the area. So this is absolutely for you.
And actually, I'm going to jump in on that. I also wanted to make sure that people understood that Innovation Women provides access to all kinds of different industry topics and opportunities. And I think one of the things that you'll see is there is interest in cybersecurity in many different industries. So if you're looking for speaking opportunities, you will be able to not just target cybersecurity events, but you'll be able to target opportunities where people are looking to get more information about cybersecurity in different industries. Let's face it, it's so important everywhere we go.
Yeah, so this truly is your one-stop shop. Not only would you have the opportunity to set up your profile on the platform where you could be found by others, but you'll have the opportunity to explore other speaking engagements through searching various keywords, and then also just searching it through the dates available to you. And you'll be able to see like, oh, wow, I could really speak to that topic. And it isn't so cyber focused, and cyber specific, but you're very relevant in that space. And so it'll help you to think outside the box as you identify how you're branding yourself and how you're showing up to the world as a speaker with the areas that you're able to focus on. And I believe going through the exercise of setting up your profile itself will help you explore other areas that you would feel comfortable speaking on. Pam and I could certainly attest to that as we went through the program. We're like, oh, okay. Yeah, we're looking at other conferences we normally wouldn't be on our radar to be able to share our ideas and our content, and to be able to distribute and disseminate information through other avenues that we wouldn't have explored otherwise. Bobbie, did you have something to add?
Yeah, I think a lot of people get very focused on what their job function is, but you all have so many skills. I know some of the top searches by event managers for speakers include things like leadership, These general areas are a lot of the topics that you find that event managers are looking for speakers on. So while you may be focused at a job function on cybersecurity, you will have so many opportunities to bring the whole you to the stage.
Yeah, very good. So are there speaking opportunities paid or unpaid, and would they be remote or in person? It's all there. All
Yes.
the opportunities are endless. So yeah, so whether, and you could even in your profile even mark that you're looking for paid opportunities or remote only, you're looking for within a specific region. Like I open myself up to remote and anywhere, and that I don't accept payment for my speaking engagements. And if there is a stipend of some sort, we make it as a donation to the WiCyS organization so we could put it in the scholarship fund. So that's how I go about my profile with Innovation Women. But if you're accepting payments for your speaking engagements, all that is available to you. So that's just completely your own personal choice as you're, moving forward in the program.
And what the conference or the event is offering. What you'll find is, I did research on this when I started Innovation Women 8 years ago, and about half of all conference organizers do not pay speakers. They literally have no budget for it. 42% pay some speakers. They have money for keynotes. They might have money for featured speakers or the people that run workshop. So it's actually a small percentage of conference organizers and event organizers that pay speakers at all. That's one of the things that we have in the green room is lots of information on things like negotiating and identifying the opportunities that match with what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. So someone has put in here in the questions that they already have an Innovation Women account and that now they're pivoting over to WiCyS and they want to be in this cohort. Yes, just apply. If you're already a WiCyS member, apply for the cohort. And then if you already have an active Innovation Women account, then we'll take that discussion, on a one-off basis. So we'll handle that for sure. So no problems with that. And you could even reach out to Laura directly at laura@WiCyS.org since she's the program manager at that. So LAURA at WiCyS, WiCYS.org. So yes, and yes, you can. You could finish setting up your account and join the cohort. So we could take that question offline. That's no problem. So another question came in. I've done some public speaking. I would like to do more, but it takes a lot of time and my job is already very demanding. Yes, of course. Any tips about balancing speaking engagements with your day job? That is a big challenge, really carving out the time on narrowing in on what your call for participation, what your abstract is going to be to even make your content sound entertaining and exciting and something that people want to be at. I mean, it's a process. And so, Allison, what I can share with you is that you have to start at some point, and this is your launching pad. And the exercise of going and setting up your profile with Innovation Women will be part of that exercise, taking you there. And then from there, it's just about setting aside the time to first develop, what is the content that I feel comfortable speaking on? And then what would the title of this be? And what would my abstract look like? And then fine tuning that. And once you get to that point, it's a matter of submitting and putting yourself out there and being okay with that uncomfortable feeling of just submitting, hoping that someone's going to accept your submission. And when they do, you move forward with it. So it's definitely a process that takes time and attention, but it has its stepping stones. And this is the first point for you to get into that area there. So is there a cost for the program? No, it's available to anyone that's a WiCyS member. All WiCyS programming efforts are available to all WiCyS members at no charge. And so Cisco has graciously funded this program for WiCyS members to be able to engage in and participate in. Now, we would encourage you to apply sooner rather than later. There is a deadline for applications. And we know that the first day of applications opened up, we had a tremendous amount of interest. And so we are accepting 350 women in the cohort, and that's 350 women that are committing that they're going to not only set up their profiles, but they're going to be actively seeking and putting themselves out there for speaking engagements. And at the end of the year, we are going to be assessing how many speaking engagements came from this cohort, so we could go back to Cisco and Pam and say, this is what your investment has done for the WiCyS community, and this is how many women they've leveled up because of it. Once accepted, it's a year subscription. So we'll give you about a month and a half to get your profile, your call for participation, your abstract all set up and good to go. And then Laura will be tracking everyone from there. And I know nobody could read the questions as they're coming in. I'm reading them in my head right now. So someone asked, once accepted into the program, how long would we stay in the program? Do we need to reapply after a certain amount of time? And so that's for a month, or I'm sorry, a year. The program is for a year. So let me mark that question as answered. Okay, someone else mentioned that they are WiCyS members but still unable to join this program. You just have to double check your membership with WiCyS. So remember, when you register to become a WiCyS member, it's either as an industry professional, a faculty, a veteran or military spouse, a student, and we have other options there. And so this is for industry professionals. So if you need to change your membership type in order to apply for this program, that might be the step that you have to do. So I know that some industry professionals are also students, and those are the conversations that you have to just submit to our support team at info@wicys.org. How and when are we notified when we're accepted into the program? As soon as the deadline, as soon as we hit the deadline, we'll be closing the ability to submit and apply for the program. From there, Laura has a team that goes through all the different applications, and they do assessment through various criteria on who will be accepted into the program. So you will be notified if you're accepted into the program or if you're not accepted into the program. By what date, Laura? Do you have that date? You're muted.
July 20th, we'll have all the notifications sent out for acceptance letters and rejected letters as well.
Okay. Another question came in is, do we need a lot of prior speaking and or industry experience? And the answer is no, you don't. This is the time for you to start. And we're here to welcome you within the community to be able to help leverage you into this next area. So there's topics that you are going to want to speak on or that you feel passionate about. And then you yourself will hone in on those topics to develop your abstract. And then you'll start seeking speaking engagements and opportunities from it to build up your confidence in speaking. And Bobbie's platform has a lot of resources to be able to support you as you're building that confidence in your speaking engagements.
One of the things about Innovation Women is there are speaking opportunities, and actually this is true of all speaking opportunities. There are speaking opportunities at all different levels. If you were a college student, you've accomplished something. You graduated from high school and you got into college. Your knowledge is useful and interesting to people who are still in high school. That's kind of an early example, but one of the first panels that we put together out of the Innovation Women platform several years ago was a group of college students who had gone on to get their first job, and they were coming back to their schools to actually do speaking presentations talking about how they got their first job. Of the 4 speakers, 2 were still in their first job and 2 had previously done no speaking. So this was their first time on stage. So even if you don't have any prior experience as a speaker, this is a great opportunity to explore this as an opportunity and an option for you.
Great, thank you. Yes. So can you stay a member of this platform after the year is over? Absolutely. And what are the costs associated with that? And I believe your year annual subscription is $100. Is that correct, Bobbie?
It's actually $120 a year. It's $10 a month.
Mhm. All right, great. So you could absolutely stay on the platform after this. And how many years of experience is needed to be categorized as an industry professional? If you're in industry, if you're working in cybersecurity or working in your career and you're an industry professional, that's it. I mean, we have it broken down in different subcategories throughout your WiCyS membership portal, but you'll see that available. But if you're marked as coming in as an industry professional with the WiCyS org, you would be able to qualify for this programming effort.
Okay.
And that's all the questions we have right now. We went through all those questions. How fast? And it's only 12:36 Central Time right now. So if anyone has any additional questions, we're here for you. Laura is the program manager, and you could email her. You could email info@wisys.org. Laura, could you remind everyone when the deadline is to apply for this program?
Yes, deadline is going to be July 18th. That's when application closed.
Okay, so we have some time. So get out there, get you started with your applications, share this information with your friends, your colleagues, your peers. This opportunity is incredible, and we can't wait to have you join us. I just want to take a moment and thank Bobbie for sharing her knowledge and the Platform of Innovation Women. And then, of course, Pam from Cisco for funding many opportunities within the WiCyS organization, but really coming to WiCyS about 9 months ago saying, hey, how could we leverage up and create more opportunities for women to advance in their careers? And through those conversations with Pam and some other team members from Cisco, we realized that speaking is where it's at. And through a lot of research, we landed on this platform and this program. So we're really proud as an organization, a nonprofit organization, to be able to launch a programming effort like this. We're super proud of our WiCyS members that are joining today's webinar to learn more, but also applying for this program and taking that big step into their speaking spotlight, and to have WiCyS as part of your community every step of the way. So there's a few more questions that came in, and one is, if you were recently laid off, is this a program that's still available to you? Yes, it absolutely is. Do you need to be currently employed to be in the program? No, you just apply to be in the program. And can you please talk about the criteria for being accepted again into the program? Well, there are some questions that are through the application process that are reviewed and rated on a scale. And so that will be a part of your criteria for acceptance in the program. Again, what we're looking for is women, not only just to apply and update their profile, and then we don't want anyone to kick back and just think that something magically is going to happen. It is going to take work. And so we're seeking WiCyS members that are industry professionals that are committed to this and committed to advancing in their career. And that takes that level of commitment to be able to devote the time and the attention. And so we will, once we accept 350 women in the program, we are going to follow up with a commitment form saying that you will be given 4 to 6 weeks to fill out your profile and to put your first title and abstract out there. But we're going to be doing intake every single month to help track your speaking engagements, because we want at the end of the year to show the success of this program. So that's what we're seeking when we're looking at those applications and we're making our selection process, is people that are at a stage in their life and that are willing to make a year commitment to the WiCyS organization and to their speaking opportunities moving forward. So just like with mentoring, it takes time and attention and hard work. And sometimes the conversations and the things that you have to work through are very uncomfortable and challenging and hard and stressful. We know speaking engagements are stressful, but we're here as a community to help you through those challenges. So how does a WiCyS membership renewal work? And yeah, it's just renewed every single year. So all you do is when you're up for renewal, you'll receive a notification saying that your WiCyS membership is going to expire in 30 days. You should renew. And then when you renew, it's good for another year. But if you have any questions specific about your WiCyS membership, reach out to we have a whole support team that just takes care of that. So I'm no expert at WiCyS membership troubleshooting. I know that we have experts that take care of that. And does it matter what our role is in the industry currently? Example, if you're currently on the non-technical side of cybersecurity, InfoSec, so sort of on the fringe of the industry or new to the industry, that's perfectly fine. Thank you for asking that question, but please join. And you have some experience and expertise that you need to share with others. So is there a minimum amount of speaking we would have to do? And what if we are not accepted for speaking engagements? Those are the challenges that we're going to be working through. This is a new program to us as a nonprofit and as an organization. And we're going to be navigating on how we're managing this program, as well as you're going to be navigating on getting your speaking engagements. So we're all working through this together. So we would like to see and to hear about active applying for speaking opportunities. We would like to be able to coach you in different areas of looking if you're not getting any speaking engagements, and utilize the resources on Innovation Women website to help overcome any of those challenges. But we definitely want to see the commitment and the kind of the determination for the individuals that are selected of putting themselves out there in this new realm of being kind of identified as a speaker. And if you're accepted, you're also going to receive a WiCyS badge that you're in the Speaker Spotlight program. And that's really your first way of, if you haven't branded and put yourself out there on social media, this is your opportunity, is just to announce on social media, hey, I'm getting accepted into this program. That alone will receive some traction of people, your colleagues, your peers on social media that come across that profile. They'll be like, oh, all right, they're a speaker and they're out there and I have this upcoming event. And so I'll be reaching out to them. So these are all the ways of really putting yourself out there on social media and stepping into the space of speaking. So we're back down to 0 questions. And I think we're 45 minutes into today's session. We're ready to wrap it up. Is there any last thoughts, Pam, that you would like to leave the community with today?
I just wanted to say I really appreciate, Lynn, how you navigate those questions. I mean, they were just rolling in, and you are a pro at this, just as a pro. No, I think this, I said it earlier that this is in line with my own personal mission, and a couple of things that you hit on that I just want to validate for you. Like, this is a way for you to, even if you have done this before, it's a way to upskill yourself, because you're going to be in a community of people who have been in this for a while, and you can't even imagine the amount of detail in this bureau. It is incredible. Like, when we went through our first exposure, I can tell you, like, I learned some things, and I've been speaking for a while now, and so you can't be too new or too mature in this to get something out of it. I can tell you, you're gonna find something that you're gonna love about this community. And again, Cisco wants to power an inclusive future for all, and WiCyS is one of those organizations that we feel like is aligned to our mission as well. And it's just an honor to be a part of this group and to give back to this community. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Pam. We so appreciate it. Bobbie, anything you would like to leave the audience with?
I think, everything that Pam said and Lynn said, of course. I would like to say, there's been some commentary about people being nervous about public speaking. It's also okay if you're not nervous about it, if you're excited by public speaking. And there are also opportunities at so many different levels so that you can work up to those big stage events where there's a crowd of people. One of the things that I like to tell people is, if you are a little nervous about getting started, that's okay. Think about perhaps like giving a question to the speaker who's on stage from the audience. If you ask a question from the audience, you're doing public speaking too. That is an opportunity for you to speak to the exact same audience that the speakers on stage spoke to. And it's a great way for you to dip your toe in, get started, and think about positioning yourself as a speaker. And as I said before, it's my job to get you to say yes to public speaking. And I hope to welcome many of you to the world of public speaking on the Innovation Women platform, courtesy of Cisco and WiCyS.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, everyone's in good hands with Bobbie here. And that brings up a good point. Whenever I think to myself, oh, I'm a little nervous before getting on that stage, I do talk to myself and say, this isn't nervousness. This is excitement. It's the same experience. So I'm very excited to get on stage. And it is interesting on how you could shift the narrative to get your body to be acceptance and calm down to get up on that stage and to be able to do the good work that you're doing. So, Laura, is there anything that you would like to leave the audience with?
Yes. The only thing I have to say is that I'm super excited to be the program manager of this program, and I'm super excited to get it started.
Great. Thank you. All right, everyone, thank you for sharing a piece of your day with the WiCyS organization, Cisco Innovation Women. We're here for you, whatever you might need. And thank you for this opportunity for us to be on this journey, your speaker's journey with you. So with that, have a lovely day, and we'll sync up again soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.